right, ready? 1, 2, go ahead. What is up, Gems? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Jerixa, aka Gem, aka your favorite hype girl with a camera. Really quick, before we get into what today's video is gonna be, let me give you some life updates. Well, life update number 1 is I rearranged my office once again. If you've been following me on Instagram, I showed you guys a whole behind the scenes of me doing that. Second life update. I went to Disney for Christmas. The nails. I'm done. And I got these adorable slippers that, again, if you can follow me on Instagram, I have been making almost every single one of my stories having to do with these slippers. So that was life update number 2. Life update number 3. Or is it 3? Whatever. I'm gonna get in real close and personal for this one. Oh. What I just did right now is the opposite of what I'm about to tell you. If you've been following me on Instagram, and I know I keep saying that, but if you aren't following me on Instagram, then what are you doing? I opened up the new year with saying that I was gonna cut back on perfecting things. I wasn't going to necessarily do my hair before filming, do my makeup, pick out the cutest outfit in the world. Wasn't gonna do it anymore. And I was just gonna film to film. I wasn't going to be like, wait, but the lighting is weird, or my bra strap's sticking out. Like, I'm just working on giving full, authentic content. That's the third life update. Okay, so this isn't really a life update, but look at the lighting that comes into my office. This is like gorgeous. It's 10 a.m. and this is the light that I get to look at from across my desk. Update number 4, which I wish they would have been able to come on camera. It's still very much early in the adoption. We got a cat. This is the start of day 3, technically. Her name is Sienna. She is the cutest little kitten. But now I get the whole cat mom thing. All I want to do is film everything that she does. That was a huge life update. Oh wait, there's one more really big life update. We've got to go outside for this one. I got a new car. This was my birthday present to myself, and I love it so much. Again, if you've been following me on Instagram, I had already posted about this. But yeah, this is she. P.S. It's been rather cold here in Florida. Okay, so when quarantine started back in 2020, which, holy crap, that's already 3 years away, isn't that insane? I started doing a series on Instagram called Beyond the Lens. And it was basically me just kind of shooting the shit with other photographers that I met online or even worked with in person. And basically I just asked everyone, how did you get in this industry? You know, what drew you to photography? Talked about experiences. It was really fun to just learn other people's workflows and why they chose the gear that they chose and how it felt like to photograph their first wedding. Now, I'm bringing the series back, but we're not doing it on Instagram. We're gonna be doing episodes here on YouTube. This is gonna be the first interview of a lot. Today, actually, I'm gonna be filming another interview later on this afternoon. So with this episode, we're going up north to Philly. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode with Tarone, aka Rone's Visions.
Hey,
There
there
you
we go.
are.
What's
Wow!
poppin'? What's poppin'?
Oh my goodness, this is finally happening.
It only took about a month,
Hold
a,
on, hold
a
on.
couple sicknesses.
I am hating on your lighting right now.
I literally have recess lighting
Wow.
and a MacBook camera.
I'm over here with my little ring light. Before we hop in it, I was trying to remember, how did we even come across each other on Instagram?
On Instagram,
I don't even know how it happened.
I think it started on Facebook actually. There was
Really?
a photography group.
Which
I
group
think
are we in together?
the only one I was in Build Bloom Photography.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
I think I posted something on there the one day, and you thought it was fire,
Oh,
and
you know what I think it was? I think it had to do with cars.
yes, the Subaru.
That's exactly what it was.
My first that was actually my first time ever using smoke bombs too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Yeah, I was like, how did I even meet him on the internet? I had totally forgotten.
Look,
Oh,
you can
wait,
really
before we
meet
even,
anybody.
I know, right? Before we even go further, do you travel to New Jersey for weddings? Or like, would you?
I do. Since I live in Philly, I live 5 minutes from New Jersey, technically.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking is because I got an inquiry for Garwood, New Jersey.
Oh,
I don't know. And I don't want to go to New Jersey for at least a year. So I need to refer this out to somebody else.
I am willing to travel to Garwood, wherever
Okay. After
that
we're
may
done
be.
here, I'm gonna send you the information.
All right, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
let's get started. First, introduce yourself.
I am Tarone Andrews. I am a Philadelphia-based photographer slash video gamer and an IT specialist. When I first started, I used my camera phone. So I started with an Android, liked all the pictures, decided to buy a Canon T6, and then from there I did like, free shoots, whatever I could shoot, I did. And then I bought a Canon 90D and I was like, oh, I can start doing weddings now. Like I recently, as of 2 years ago, I went to the Canon R6. That's when I started doing videos a lot more. And here I am now.
Why Canon though?
When I got I had a Sony AC, yeah, Sony A6600, and the menu system on there is terrible. But when I first started, I was only into photography. When I had the Sony, I was only into photography. But I kind of regret moving along from Sony because video is kind of better on Sony, to be honest.
I was just going, I cannot say that I've met anyone that went from Sony to Canon. Everyone's going from Canon to Sony.
It's because Sony is the leader of mirrorless right now. But Canon has the best lenses.
Period. Wait. My camera's packed away right now. You have the actual Canon lens?
Yes, the actual. It's because I do a full-time, like if I didn't do a full-time job, like I'd be the brokest person in the world.
You'd be me.
I mean,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, when I was working full time and doing the business, I was like, I could buy whatever lens. I'm getting a paycheck in another 2 weeks.
and now you gotta actually budget yourself a little better,
Oh my
consistently book
gosh.
jobs.
It's hard, but it's working. When did you shoot your first wedding?
It was a New Year's Eve wedding, first ever time. Got paid $200 to be the second shooter for it. It was an all-day thing though, so it was like 3 to 1.
11, 12, 1, 10 hours?
For being my first time ever shooting, it was a lot because I've never done anything wedding related. My first time using the speed light. Never touched the speed.
You just said, I'm just gonna throw myself into the whoops.
So I went to a party the previous November before the wedding. I met somebody there. He said he works for a company that does DJ and like the photography, like a whole entertainment business. I still work with them. That's where I get a lot of my jobs today. So they can book a lot more weddings because they're a lot more known. I talked to the guy. He's the reason I shot my first wedding. It gets dark at 4:30. The lighting was terrible. Never knew how to use a speed light. Like the whole setting was off. I still have those pictures. I gotta find them though.
Oh, they probably are so cringe
They're
to
so
yourself.
they're so grainy, terrible. Crop sensor and low light, worst thing in the world.
So you got paid $200 for 10 hours.
Yep. I shoot. If I
I was
could go
gonna
back
say, would
and
you
do
do
it
it
again,
again?
I would do it again.
I would do it too. And like you just said, like that guy that introduced you or got you this first gig, like you hold him real near and dear. Like
Hmm.
that's how I feel about my first wedding client. Like I would do anything for them because without them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I also feel like in this industry, specifically ours, networking is
Like
everything.
if you don't network, you're not going far.
Okay, so we just went over how your first wedding was. Now let's compare it to the last wedding you shot. When did you recently shoot a wedding?
December 11th was my last wedding.
We talked that day, and I think you were like, "Yeah, this is gonna be my last wedding for a little bit."
I was kind of happy because from the time of July to December, I did about 10 weddings. It was like I was ready for it to be over for the year.
You're
And I
tired
just sent that video back today and the couple loved it.
for the December 11th wedding.
Yeah.
Hold on. You already finished a video, and it hasn't even been a month.
I have a normally a month turnaround time. Normally 3 weeks, but I procrastinate a lot.
I feel you. That's why my turnaround is 2 months because I procrastinate so much. Okay, so if your turnaround for video is 3 weeks to a month, what is your
Mhm.
turnaround for photos?
2 to 4 weeks. Because in my opinion, I feel like photos are slightly
Go ahead.
easier to complete
Oh, for
because
sure.
with video, you have to go frame by frame, cut this out, take this, color grade. Because I shoot in a
Slow this
black
down,
profile.
speed this up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like I'd say video editing, I spend a total of 10 hours if I were to put everything together.
tell me about your most difficult client experience. And you can't say that you don't have one. We all have one.
This is probably the craziest one.
Oh God,
Um,
I'm not ready.
so me and the DJ were talking, the owner of the company. He mentioned it to me like 2 months before. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I have that day open. The day before the wedding comes, I messaged him like, hey, is everything booked for it? Like, because we talked like 2 weeks before. She was like, yeah, she's gonna send the money and all that. She didn't even sign the contract. So the day before the wedding, she still hasn't sent a payment. The day of the wedding comes. The wedding starts at 2 p.m.
Oh my
She
God.
sends the payment at 11 a.m. And I told the owner, I was like, he didn't know what to do because it was like
For real, like, what do you do in that situation?
I showed up, shot the wedding, and the contract to this day still isn't signed. I didn't even have my wedding clothes washed because I did a wedding beforehand, and I usually wear like a similar thing.
Oh yeah,
I,
same.
I'll dress like I'm going to a funeral because I don't wear any
Literally.
type of white.
Because we're going to the funeral of our feet and our back. Because at the end of the night, our feet and our back are done. They don't talk about this when you become a wedding
Oh,
photographer.
they never do. The only time I hear people actually complain is when I meet them in person. They'll be like, "Yeah, my back is on fire." Like, in my head, I'm singing Alicia Keys. My back is on fire. My back is on
I'm
fire.
dead. What's one thing that you do right before editing? Like, what do you do to get in the zone?
Drink a monster because it's gonna be a long night.
What do you like more, photo or video?
Video, surprisingly.
What?
No, there's
Why?
only one reason because when I'm shooting, I let the photographer do all the posing because the photographer needs probably the most out of it. I can really just get like my side shots, come in on a few angles, bang, get some drone shots while they're shooting.
Oh, you have a drone too?
Yeah, I have the Mavic Air 2.
The the photographer basically runs the show for the
Yeah,
day. So being video, you're just like, yeah, can you just do that again one more time, but look at my camera?
Like posing is probably my hardest thing to
Same.
do. I don't want to like have people on an awkward angle. They're not models, so it's like you're trying to teach them how to be a model, but you're also run out of ideas. This may not work. This may work. We already ran through this. There's only so much you can do. And
One thing that
I have social anxiety.
say it again.
I have social anxiety. So
Hi friends, as you can see, my face lit up when Tarone said that he also suffered from social anxiety. I've never met another photographer that does suffer from social anxiety. For anybody that does not know, I'm very open with this on my Instagram. I do suffer from social anxiety as well as a whole bunch of other anxieties. Next week is gonna be part 2. We actually switched roles and he interviewed me. Ta-ta for now.